So
Yep.
what was it like handing off a script and not directing it yourself?
Yeah, that was a very exciting.
Was that your first time you've done that?
It's the first time I've ever done that. And I do want to say it's probably specifically because it was Cole.
Yeah.
And Cole Webley and I met around 2020 when Killing Two Lovers had played at Sundance. He really loved that film and wanted to know he was like, do you have any scripts laying around that I could read just to get an idea of my writing, because he was interested in having me do some rewrites on some scripts that he had. And I was like, oh yeah, I've got this one I've never been able to get made. And he read that script, and then we, as a result, ended up collaborating on another project that he had written, wanted me to kind of do rewrites on. And he was really anxious to shoot something. He was like, I really want to. And the project we were working on, it's a great script, but it was like, I was like, this is like $5 to $7 million. You know, this isn't like something that you can really self-finance and take a big risk on.
Yeah.
And so Preston, his producer, was like, you really should consider Omaha. And so Cole went back, read it through the perspective of not me making it, but him making it.
Mm-hmm.
And then he came to me and said, well, you know, would you be really open to letting me direct this? And I was really ecstatic about it, because I had tried to get it made for about 7-8 years.
Oh my goodness, you've had that script that long. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the first things I wrote. I knew it would do really well.
Mm-hmm.
I knew how to make it. I had kind of even scouted it, took my kids and kind of drove out to Nebraska. And in 2015, I made a film called God Bless a Child, kind of as a, like, all my kids were in it.
Mm-hmm.
We made it for, like, I don't know, it's like $12,000. And I was like, in many ways, it satisfied what I was wanting to do with Omaha in that way. So I kind of never planned to make it.
Okay. So
so when Cole really wanted to do it, I was like, yeah, this is going to,
like a freebie.
Yeah. I was like, this is going to do really well.
Yeah.
And I've believed it was going to do really well. And I really trusted Cole. He really understood
Mm-hmm.
the film. So for me, exciting, because I was like,
he produced it too, right?
Yeah.
He paid
So
for it and everything.
Him and Preston were like, we'll self-finance it. Then we can make it the way we want to make it.
Yeah.
We can make it now. It wasn't like they were buying it to see, can we take the next 3 years and try and get this made? It was like, can we buy it from you? First they optioned it, sent it around to the agencies to see the agency response to it,
Mm-hmm.
to see if they wanted
to actors, if actors want to be
actors, but also to the agencies.
Okay.
Which is a smart thing to do, because
no, it is. I'm surprised they'd look at it.
The overall review were ecstatic. Everyone loved it.
Mm-hmm.
So then they felt comfortable putting their money into it. And it was like, I think they bought it 6 months before they started shooting.
Okay.
So I knew it was going to get made. And for me, it was just a point of pride, because I was like, I've been in meetings telling people this thing will do really well. And everyone being like, no, we think it's, this and that were their issues.
Yeah.
So when Cole ended up making it and went to Sundance, that was like everything I had thought it was going to do when I wrote the first draft of it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, to have something come together. So were they even aware of the script?
Well, Cole was aware because he wanted to hire me. So he read that, and he read The Integrity of Joseph Chambers, and was just trying to get an idea of the way that I wrote, and just kind of like latched onto it. I mean, I think his first kind of comment to me was like, did this really happen? Like, this situation really occurred? I was like, yeah. I actually interviewed some firefighters when I drove out there to talk to them about what their experience was during that period of time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of a tricky thing to make a film that really is getting at this social issue that's still happening. I mean, in Virginia during Sundance, parents were taking their children to court and giving up their parental rights to the state because they couldn't take care of them.
Yeah.
So it was like, some people at Sundance were kind of upset. They're like, this isn't real. I'm like, it's actually happened in 2008. It's happening now. This is the reason why we made the movie. It's like, we're in this kind of state. So Cole really, really got the characters, and that was to hand it off to somebody. That's what you're hoping for.
No, that's true. And it was a good person to hand it off to.
Yeah, and he had a very strong vision. We did a couple revisions on it. I made the ending initially was a pretty solid gut punch, which prior to COVID would work. Post COVID, people really don't want gut punches.